What would you do if you returned home to find your life's work being sold out from under you by someone you trusted? The dust still clung to my boots as I stepped off the bus, my heart heavy with the weight of 6 months overseas. I'd been in Syria, volunteering with a medical aid group, stitching wounds and holding hands through the chaos of war. My ranch me sanctuary, my family's legacy was supposed to be waiting for me, untouched, under the care of my cousin Karen. But as the taxi rolled up the dirt road to my Montana home, I saw the signs. Literal signs. Foreclosure auction. Today, my stomach dropped. This wasn't just a betrayal. It was a knife in the back, twisted by someone who knew exactly what this place meant to me. My name is Lucas Bennett, and that ranch was more than land. It was where my father taught me to ride, where my mother's laughter echoed in the summer breeze, where I buried my brother after he came back from Afghanistan in a coffin. Every acre held a memory, every fence posed a promise to keep it alive. Karen, my cousin, had sworn to look after it while I was gone. She'd been living in the guest house, managing the finances, or so I thought. I'd sent her money every month to cover taxes and upkeep. She'd sent me emails, cheerful ones, about how the horses were thriving and the fields were green. Lies, all of them. The auction was already underway when I arrived. A crowd of strangers milled about my front yard, their boots trampling the wildflowers my mother had planted. A man in a cheap suit stood on a makeshift platform, barking numbers like a carnival barker. 50,000 for this prime Montana acreage. Do I hear 60? My blood boiled. I pushed through the crowd, my duffel bag slung over my shoulder, my eyes locked on Karen. She stood near the platform, clipboard in hand, her blonde hair pulled tight in a bun, her face smug as she chatted with a bidder. She didn't see me coming. Karen! My voice cut through the chatter like a gunshot. The crowd turned. Her eyes widened, but only for a moment before they narrowed into that familiar, calculating squint. Lucas? You're back early. Early, I spat, dropping my bag. What the hell is this? You're selling my ranch. She clutched the clipboard to her chest, her lips curling into a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Oh, Lucas, don't be dramatic. The ranch was bleeding money. I had to make a tough call. You'd thank me if you understood business. Bleeding money? I stepped closer, my voice low but shaking. I sent you every dime I made. Where did it go, Karen? The crowd murmured, sensing the storm brewing. The auctioneer paused, his gavel hovering. Karen's smile faltered, but she waved a hand dismissively. You're making a scene. Let's talk privately. No, I said, loud enough for everyone to hear. You don't get to hide this. You forged my signature, didn't you? You faked the foreclosure papers. Her face flushed, but she didn't deny it. Instead, she pulled out her phone, her fingers trembling as she dialed. You're unhinged, Lucas. I'm calling 911. I laughed, a bitter, hollow sound. You're stealing my home, and I'm the one who's unhinged? The crowd was silent now, watching the drama unfold like a wildfire. I turned to them, my voice raw. This is my land. My family's land. She had no right. The auctioneer cleared his throat. Sir, if you have a dispute, you'll need to take it up legally. The paperwork checks out. Paperwork you forged, I shouted at Karen. She was already talking into her phone, her voice low and urgent. Yes, officer. There's a man here causing a disturbance. He's threatening me. Couldn't believe it. She was playing the victim, spinning her web of lies while my world crumbled. The crowd started to disperse, some whispering, others avoiding my eyes. I felt like a trapped animal cornered by betrayal. But then, a voice broke through the chaos. Hold on a minute. It was Maggie, the old postmistress from town, pushing her way forward with her cane. She was a fixture in our community, sharp as a tack at 75, with a memory like a steel trap. I've got something to say. Karen froze, her phone still pressed to her ear. Maggie's eyes glinted with defiance as she faced the crowd. I've known Lucas since he was a boy. This ranch is his heart and soul. And Karen? I saw her at the bank last month, withdrawing cash from an account that wasn't hers. I didn't think much of it at the time, but now, She turned to me, her voice softening. Lucas, I kept the receipt she dropped. It's got your name on it. The crowd gasped. Karen's face went white. That's a lie, she snapped, but her voice cracked, betraying her. Maggie reached into her purse and pulled out a crumpled receipt, holding it up like a trophy. You want to explain this, Karen? Or should I call my nephew at the sheriff's office? Karen's bravado crumbled. She stammered, her eyes darting to the auctioneer, then to the crowd, then to me. This is a misunderstanding, she said, but no one was buying it. The auctioneer, sensing the shift, lowered his gavel. Maybe we should pause this, he muttered. I didn't wait for him to finish. I grabbed the receipt from Maggie, my hands shaking as I read it. It was from my account, a withdrawal of $10,000, dated 3 months ago. My money, my trust, stolen. You used my money to stage this auction, I said, my voice steady now, fueled by rage and clarity. You thought I'd stay gone long enough for you to pull it off. Karen backed away, her phone slipping from her hand. Lucas, you don't understand. I was trying to help. Help! I cut her off. You sold my home out from under me. You betrayed me. The sirens wailed in the distance, growing closer. Karen's eyes widened in panic, but I wasn't done. I turned to the crowd, my voice breaking. This ranch is all I have left of my family. She knew that, and she still tried to take it. Maggie put a hand on my shoulder, her grip surprisingly strong. We'll fix this, Lucas, she whispered. The town's behind you. The police arrived, 2 officers stepping out of their cruiser. Karen rushed to them, her voice high and frantic. He's threatening me. He's unstable. But Maggie was already there, handing over the receipt, explaining what she'd seen. The officers listened, their faces hardening as they looked at Karen. One of them, a young deputy named Tom, had gone to school with my brother. He knew our family's story. Lucas, he said, we'll need to sort this out at the station. But I'm not buying her story. Karen was led away, still protesting, her voice fading as the cruiser door slammed shut. The auctioneer packed up his things, mumbling apologies. The crowd dispersed, some offering me sympathetic nods, others avoiding my gaze. Maggie stayed by my side, her presence a quiet anchor in the storm. I thought that was the end of it. I thought I'd won. But life doesn't wrap up neatly like a storybook. A week later, I got the call from my lawyer. Karen's forgery was airtight, months of meticulous planning, fake documents, and a paper trail that made it look like I defaulted on loans I never took out. The bank had already transferred the deed to a developer. My ranch, my home, was gone. I stood on the empty porch, the wind whistling through the fields that no longer belonged to me. Maggie came by with a thermos of coffee, her eyes full of sorrow. You'll fight this, Lucas, she said. You're a Bennett. You don't give up. But as I watched the sun set over the land that had defined me, I felt something break inside. Karen had taken more than my ranch. She'd taken my trust, my hope, my connection to the past. I could fight, but the cost, legal fees, years of battles would drain what little I had left. And for what? A piece of paper that said I owned something that no longer felt like mine? I packed my bag that night, leaving the key in the mailbox. The ranch was gone, and so was I. Somewhere out there, Karen was probably spinning a new lie, starting over with the money she'd stolen. And me? I was adrift, a man without a home, carrying the weight of a betrayal that would never fully heal. ND.